It's the very nature of human beings to seek out power. Power is used to turn dreams into reality. It's what separates the weak from the strong. It's what makes the impossible possible. Men seek out power by the very nature of mankind's genetic desire to conquer things. However, what separates the good men from those who are remembered by history as being evil is how these men use the power that they sought out once they finally acquire it. Do they use this overwhelming display of power to help the lives of others, to inspire them to change for the better, to bring about true joy to the world, or do they use this power to bring about pure chaos, giving into their own ambitious natures and desires, stopping at no end to cling on to the power that they had gained? Unlike their good counterparts, they're less likely to pass on that power that they acquired, believing that it's only something that they themselves deserve. With all of that being said, and with all of that being in mind, this is exactly what fascinates me about the character of Zenon. We have a character who sought out the power of a devil after experiencing one of the most heartbreaking losses that anybody can suffer, the loss of a comrade. It's what pushes him to become a devil host. The boy who once sought the power to become the commander-in-chief of the Magic Defense Force had seen firsthand that his dreams, his love for comrades, his emotions, he had seen that everything, it meant nothing in the face of sheer overwhelming power of a devil. That reality transformed into despair, which led him to taking on the power of a devil by becoming a devil host. The boy who had decent intentions was now a cold-blooded man who ruthlessly attacked the Golden Dawn and did so with killing intent. And had William Vaughn just not have sacrificed himself, most of the members of the Golden Dawn that were attacked that day would have passed on. And later on in the Spade Kingdom, when he fought against Yuno and Longress, we saw once again that Zenon was someone who was very bloodlusted. However, when someone like him seeks power in places out of darkness, he quickly learns that power born out of darkness that is given to someone will eventually drown out whatever light still shines inside of their soul. For Zenon, the battle with Yuno showcased him being put in an important crossroads moment for him that ultimately led to him making the ultimate sacrifice to a devil, and this is so heartbreaking in my opinion. This is one of the sadder moments in all of Black Clover, especially when you dive into Zenon's character. I'll give you my body in exchange for the devil's heart. It's a very simple exchange, one that on surface value, you might look at it like somebody like me saying to Vonica, I'll give you my body in exchange for your heart. And I have all kind of perverted things that I could give Vonica my body for in exchange for having Vonica ooze all of her love onto me.
Go to horny jail.
However, that's not what Zenon was doing here.
Of course!
Yes, it was a very simple exchange, but it's one that came with an extremely high price. One that on surface value, you would think someone would know that they're making a dangerous proposal, but in the case like this is one that is a more heartbreaking exchange. Whatever room for redemption that there was for Zenon, it was arguably gone now. It was a point of no return, which narratively is beginning to be driven home to us as readers, with Longress flat out saying that if someone was using the power of a devil in this manner, aren't they already not human to begin with? And it's taken the phrase of a deal with the devil as being literal. Zenon even goes as far as to remind the devil that if the Spade Kingdom continues to exist, that he will willingly give away his soul. What we see here is that Zenon understands that power is required to make even the simplest of desires possible. However, what makes Zenon's fall from grace so heartbreaking is that for all the evil deeds that we see him carry out, there was still a small bit of hope for redemption for this character, and the author of Black Clover showcased this in some of the more subtle ways, and honestly one of the more brilliant ways of writing I've seen him do in this entire manga. One of the first images that we see after this deal is struck is the smiling face of Zenon's friend Alan. It was the death of the very comrade that caused him to ultimately become a devil host. He was now fighting against Yuno and Longress in a battle where Yuno could have won if he had chosen to fire his attack through Longress, and he could have killed Zenon. It was shown to mirror the situations, but Yuno's path was illuminated by a different light. Zenon's reaction to seeing this choice, it was symbolic in the fact that the path moving forward to him was to only go further into the darkness. It was the only thing he could do in order to justify all the actions that he had taken in order to get to this point. And I like the fact that we see this when he asks to take on the devil's heart and the request is accepted. The smiling face of Alan represents the core of his humanity, which makes a lot of sense in a poetic way. It's an equivalent exchange. Power for something as evil as a devil via the devil's heart, meaning giving up the purity of the memory and the love of someone who is so key to a prior point of your life. Honestly, it's one of the more heartbreaking moments in this series. It's one of those times where you see the decisions that a character has gone through, how all roads have led us to this very moment. And what we get is this reaction where everyone keeps going back to that time where everything changed, Alan's death. If Alan never died, could this moment have truly been avoided? Would Zenon even be in this situation? It's something that we'll never truly know. It's only something that we can speculate on. However, the fact that we've ended up in this situation where someone with such character beginnings like the character of Zenon, who was treated very poorly as a child because of his magic, and ultimately ended up making a true friend in the form of Alan. This character now is just another lost soul wandering through the darkness as each step takes him closer and closer towards a light. Only the light that he's walking towards through the darkness, that light isn't coming from a place where pure souls go to rest after they die, but instead that light is shining from the fires that burn the souls of the wicked and the damned. However, that's gonna be it for my Black Clover discussion today. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below, and do you guys think there are things that have been different, that Zenon wouldn't be here in this situation before? Let me know how you think that would have taken place. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to check back every Tuesday and Thursday and the occasional Saturday for not just Black Clover content, but other anime as well.